Yeti Hunt diary entry. 2100 hours. Inca Camina. We're on the south side of the crater. In the mountain range. And we found yet another body. It looks like he was dragged here. He's definitely been attacked. Same aspect as the previous victims. We continue to investigate. Dietary entry. 2200 hours. A significant rebel presence appears to be outposted around the basin. We've encountered at least 3 static areas. The rebels appear to be looking outside. We haven't conversed with them. Personally, I consider they should be more safely repositioned themselves.
Rebel activity's picking up. It's bad news for the cartel.
We continue our search around the basin. 2300 hours. We're in a small village here. Everybody is tucked up safe inside. More evidence. Posters, potentially the only sighting, and a photograph. Si busca. Vivo o motor. Si offers avlosa recompensata. So reward. There is a reward available. Madam, you should be inside. Excuse me, sorry. Weapons holstered, sir. We'll look around the village and then move on into the foothills. Now night approaches. Die entry. After visiting the small village, we were alerted with screams. We have discovered the 2 gentlemen, rebels, are now missing. No overt signs of a struggle. But they left their motorcycle. We were here just a couple of hours ago. If they went off shift, one would suspect that they would take their motorcycle with them to get home easier. No struggle, no trail. One can only assume that they left voluntarily the area, but in a great hurry so that they could not start the engine of the motorcycle, and left it. Decided that foot travel would be much more advantageous for their egress. This is a disturbing development, to be honest. We know the camp over there is held by Santa Blanca. That'll be our next investigation area. We will approach cautiously, obviously, and in silence. Diary entry, 2 AM. Spotted from across the valley, something very unusual. Recording now for prosperity. There is a lonely llama, a rebel RV, and what appears to be a huge crate. Our mission initially to go and investigate the Santa Blanca held campsite is now being diverted. We're going to investigate this. Reporting back. Update on the sighting. It isn't a crater after all. There is palleting. It could be a crater, I suppose. It looks like some sort of crudely built outhouse, but there doesn't appear to be anything inside it. The gentlemen here aren't forthcoming as to the reasons why it appears to be stuck on the side of a mountain. We're going to leave these rebels as they are for now and continue on. Our vehicle is still there. We'll continue on to the Santa Blanca. held campsite and investigate. Diary. About 20 past 4, 04:20. The Santa Blanca people didn't want to welcome us into their camp, unfortunately, so let's just say they're having long naps. Radio chatter has been very energetic. Nothing in this campsite is, or appears to be, out of the ordinary. Perhaps there is some place for Santa Blanca troops in this area. They certainly seem less defensive than the rebels. There appears to be no unusual evidence in this area that I can see. As dawn breaks, chances of spotting anything more significant is probably lessening. We're likely to call off the search for this evening until later. My compadres and myself will return back to base. Signing out. Diary entry. Dawn is coming up. It is wonderfully beautiful here. There's a car in the distance I've seen, unoccupied. Seems to be a family saloon of some description. Out of place in this area. Before we return to base, I'm going to investigate that. Signing off. Another unfortunate finding. Unoccupied family car. It clearly wasn't unoccupied. At some point, the poor gentleman's gone killed. Again, another one who's been mauled to death. Claw marks on his back. Brains eaten. Car seems to be in perfect condition. He's clearly driven off the road up there with a purpose. Perhaps he saw something and came out to investigate. He certainly exited his vehicle of his own volition, closed the door behind him, and then very shortly afterwards met his fate. Curious. Shall continue to investigate. What's that? We have children. Okay, holster your weapons, Jads. Intriguing. Children, children. What are you doing out at this time? Unsupervised? In these hills? Well, I'm no nursemaid, that's for sure. But it seems alarming to me. What do we have up here? Santa Blanca. Not particularly in the mood to be visiting them today. Barrel base. We're going to escort these children back down the mountain. At least get them to the Santa Blanca base, or to the village down the other side of the basin. See you very shortly. See you later. Good night.